What's up guys, this is Scott from Manplay Games. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to choose the best weapon for you in Battlefield 4. Now people ask all the time, what's the best gun in the game? Well, there's not really an answer to that question. The best question to ask is, what's the best weapon for me? And first thing you need to do is decide what kind of player you are. Once you figure that out, you need to pick a class. Then we can pick a weapon. So I've gone with the Assault class here, and I've gone with the AEK. The AEK has a higher fire rate. We're talking about 900 rounds per minute here. And it does just as much damage as most of the other guns in the Assault Rifle class. And it's got, the thing about it, because of the high fire rate and because of the damage that it does, it's got crazy muzzle climb. So what you have to do is find ways to control it. I see guys all the time running around with guns like the AEK or the M16, guns that have really high muzzle climb, just running around with any old attachment, anything on their barrel, it doesn't matter. But what you need to do is really look at it and decide what that attachment is going to do to that weapon once you find the weapon that you want. So in this case, I've gone with the Cobra, the red dot sight. I like it because unlike the reflex sight, you can actually see the reticle inside the sight a lot better because it has the 3 lines in it. And I find myself not getting that lost when I'm playing a match when, say there's enemies in front of me or enemy bases. Sometimes I find the red dot sight getting lost in all that clutter. I wish that was something Battlefield would fix, by the way. Anyways, going with the laser sight, that's going to give me a little bit more accuracy with my hip fire, and that's a nice thing because in close quarters that hip fire is going to come in handy, and more accuracy is going to give you a better edge, but you're going to find that most guys probably have this attached anyways. On my barrel, I've put the muzzle brake. Now what the muzzle brake does is it actually gives a pretty good description. It says it improves stability by reducing muzzle climb by 25%, but adds a 30% penalty to the accuracy of automatic fire. So basically what that means is it's going to decrease the amount of recoil that you're going to see on your reticle. Basically you're not going to see your crosshairs dance up the screen as badly. But the effect of that is that it's going to give you a 30% penalty to the accuracy of your fire. So that means you can have your crosshairs on somebody, but all of your bullets may not be going to where your crosshairs are pointed. So this could become a problem. I see a lot of guys running around with the muzzle brake on, and you know what? There's not even a gun that needs that. It could be a gun that has virtually no muzzle climb at all, and you know what, why do you put that on there? Because really all you're doing is just losing accuracy. So actually what I've done on my underbarrel, to compensate for the lack of accuracy I'm getting because I've put on the muzzle brake, I've put on the stubby grip. And so what that does is it reduces the automatic fire penalty by 15%. So it's going to give me about 15% more accuracy with automatic fire. So what this has done now is this is canceled by 15% the 30% penalty given to me by the muzzle brake with accuracy, with automatic fire. So now I've basically virtually cut in half the lack of accuracy from my muzzle brake. And at the same time, I've increased my stability by lowering my muzzle climb by putting on the muzzle brake. So what I've done here is I've got a really good combination of my barrel and my underbarrel attachments that's going to make me more stable and maybe decrease my accuracy a little bit, but you know, I'll take the stability because of the fact that this gun does have such a heavy amount of kick. Now in a little bit I'll show you some of the Simthic stats, and you can really, if you want to look them up for yourself, you can actually get a really better idea of how weapons are going to perform. I really recommend you go to that website, go to simthic.com. There's tons of great things for all the games that you play. If you play Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever, you can get all the guns stats in detail, and you can figure out how attachments are going to affect that weapon from an exact number standpoint. Really great website. You should really check it out. There we go. And what we have here is you can actually see on the very left, you see the rounds per minute, you see the velocity, you see the maximum range right there with the 870 meters, you see the maximum damage is 25, the minimum damage is 18, you see the 31 right there, that's the mag size, and right there where you see the .38 right there, the .15, .04, the one up top is your vertical recoil, the one on the left is your left recoil, the one on the right is your right recoil. So basically that's just muzzle climb and muzzle drift. So these are just really specific statistics that are going to be really good for you to really decide what weapon is best for you based on your playstyle. But that's about it for me. I pretty much got my ass kicked here, but I'm pretty much used to that, so that's not a big deal. Guys, appreciate you watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Manplay Games out.